All right, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to round three of my live regionals tournament. This time we are going to be going up against Whisper, or Ben, as I know him. And Ben typically runs some pretty spicy stuff. This all looks really meta except Mew. So Mew is a huge question mark. It's a huge unknown. It oftentimes is recommended to go for Overheat to deal with Registeel. But if he didn't anticipate, honestly, the Alolan Marowak and the Meganium make me think that this Mew is not geared for Registeel, and it probably has Electric or Grass. If it has Electric moves, if it has Grass moves, it can deal with Mudboys and Azumarill. If it has Electric moves, it deals with Azumarill and like Skarmory. My opponent's not the weakest to Skarmory either. What else would it need Electric for? No, I don't know. It's weird. Overall, pretty strange. I think the Mew could have things like Rock Slide for Altaria's. Ice Beam is a really popular one. Like this could be Ice Beam Grass Knot to deal with like Altaria, Azumarill. I think the Ice Beam might even give it some play against Venusaur. Overall, it's pretty concerning. I also don't know if it has. Usually, it used to have Shadow Claw, but now it can have Volt Switch as well. Both generate the same amount of energy. Snarl is another good one that gives even more energy than that, but you don't get a lot of that really overpowered fast move damage. Yeah, so I don't know. So if we're not expecting it to have fire moves, then are we expecting it to have rock moves? I don't know why it would need rock moves. There's not a whole lot of popular like bugs or fire Pokemon or anything in this tournament. So I expect Galvantula to actually be kind of safe against Mew. Galvantula also wrecks Meganium and Azumarill. So I think a Galvantula in the lead is good, and then I think what he's going to do is like a Mew safe swap. So if the Mew has grass and ice moves, then it will swap. It will want to come in to like an Altaria or an Azumarill, or it wants an Altaria or an Azumarill to swap in. And so I'm sort of not sure if what that means as far as Mew being either in the lead or as a swap in. I expect Mew to come in to deal with Azumarill and Altaria. And so what is Azumarill and Altaria really good against the enemy team? Probably a Marowak. So, it seems likely that there could be a Marowak as a lead. Right? Yeah, seems likely. Or it could be an Azumarill. Yikes. We don't really have anything that's good against both of those. I think I'm just going to lead Azumarill. I think the only thing I'd be worried against is probably a Mew lead or a Meganium lead. I think a Mew lead is also pretty likely too. And I just won't know if I need to switch out of it. Trying to think here. Bastiodon actually seems like a decent lead. I'm going to go with Bastiodon. Because Bastiodon takes care of Marowak, it takes care of most Mew movesets, and it takes care of... It doesn't take care of Meganium. It kind of does. It depends on how people throw moves and stuff there, and if I block the right things. But yeah, I think it's either a Bastiodon lead or I run a... Sorry, let me just switch back over here. Either a Bastiodon lead or something that beats Marowak and Meganium, maybe? So like Scrafty. Yeah, I'm going to lead Bastiodon. And then I expect a Mew as a safe swap. Scrafty can deal with that. So can Galvantula. I think, if what I'm assuming is correct. And then Azumarill seems good to kind of round things out with. So here we go. And then we're going to probably safe swap to Galvantula and hope that he doesn't bring his Marowak in response. That's kind of the hope, is that it's either a Marowak lead or it's not a Marowak at all. Nice. So there's not many moves that Mew can have that will actually make this matchup bad for Miss. I expect Mew to farm up and then switch out. Yep. And then, so Galvantula can actually beat Azumarill on the Swampin, which is really nice. So we're just going to go for it. Very clean, very clean. He shields, I shield. Totally fine with this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2 discharges, and we got that one. I think we could have actually farmed another bubble against this Azumarill. Yeah, sure. We'll shield again. That's fine. His switch clock is almost up. Okay, so we almost had the Bug Buzz there against the Mew. Dragon Claw. Classy. Very classy. So it's probably... probably like Grass Knot or something. Or, like, we're going to have to see the other Mew moveset right now. Wild Charge, yep, there it is. That's fine. Okay, we're going to get a Flamethrower off here. I don't know if this KOs the Mew or not. It probably comes close. I don't... Mew is not the squishiest thing ever. It's probably another... could be a Wild Charge, but I think it was only enough for Dragon Claw. Could be wrong. Yeah, it's Wild Charge. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to get the Flamethrower off on the Azu here. He's probably wondering why we're just using Flamethrower so much, as like Stone Edge would be sort of superior. And then we're going to see what the last Pokemon is. We have an Azu in the back. Okay, it's an Altaria. Nice. It's probably a Sky Attack. It's going to be double resisted. Then we can get our Flash Cannon off. Honestly, we can just switch to our Azu. I'm okay revealing the Ice Beam because I don't want to reveal the Flash Cannon. I know that it's kind of obvious we have Flash Cannon because we're using Flamethrowers and not Stone Edges, but I'd rather not be so deliberate and say, hey, we definitely have Flash Cannon, because Ice Beam Azu is pretty standard. So I'm fine with that. Oh, cool. Game 1, I figured it was a good probability of Mew being a lead or Mew being a swap-in. Dragon Claw Wild Charge, so it just means it's going to threaten water types. It means it really can't threaten Galvantula at all. Dragon Claw is not... I mean, it's decent damage, but... like, so is Bug Buzz. Dragon Claw does come... so they're the same energy generation, Shadow Claw and Volt Switch. Dragon Claw comes 10 energy cheaper than that, so that's... It's over a longer haul, like over a longer duration, it could be potentially 1 or 2 more charge moves against me. But I have Stab and Mew doesn't. Galvantula is squishier than Mew, though. Oh, that could make or break it. It could be close. I don't honestly know. If I spam discharge, Mew spams Dragonclaw, who wins? What we do know is that Venusaur is very strong against that Mew now. We know that Altaria is not really that strong against Mew. Really not that strong against Mew. We know that Scrafty is great against the Mew now. We know that... just thinking here. Let's kind of take a sit down here on our table and think. So it was Mew, Altaria, Azumarill. Mew, Altaria, Azumarill. I think the Galvantula scared the Azumarill out, to be honest. I think the Marowak is coming in. I think Scrafty in the lead seems really good. The only thing it would lose to is Altaria or Azumarill in the lead. I think if I run Azumarill in the lead, I don't think it looks pretty. I think Bastiodon beats like so many things though on his team. Basically beats 4. Bastiodon beats Mew, Bastiodon, Marowak, Meganium. Or Mew, Altaria, Bastiodon, Marowak. So it beats these 4 right here. And then it struggles versus Meganium and Azumarill, but it has play against Meganium. I think if I swap... Will he bring Meganium? Will he bring Marowak? I think this Scrafty is okay. For some reason I'm feeling a Scrafty lead here. I don't know why. So let's go ahead and trust our gut. Go with the Scrafty lead. And then go with... Azu is a bit of a liability against Mew. What is Azu's job? Azu is to kill Marowak. Altaria can kill Marowak. Not as well. And Altaria struggles against their opponent, Azumarill. I think he's going to drop Azumarill. I don't know. I just feel like Azumarill is going to be dropped. And then finally we could just use a... I'm actually kind of thinking Venusaur. So just in case the Azumarill does come in, then I think we have one answer for it. But the Venusaur can also deal with the Meganium. It could deal with the Bastiodon, and it has double Sludge Bomb against Altaria to kill it if we end up getting a bigger advantage. So yeah, we're just going to go straight foul play against this Mew. It's fine. Mew to swap out. If they swap to Azumarill, then just Dragon Claw, whatever. If it's Wild Charge, I mean, it's going to hurt, but yeah, it's just Dragon Claw, it's whatever. We don't much care about that. I think straight foul play actually does quite a bit of damage. I don't know if we needed to do one power-up punch or not. There's the shield. This seems like it's a Wild Charge. Probably do a decent chunk. Dragon Claw, nice bait. I'm going to bait back with a power-up punch. Here's the second shield. And then if this is a Wild Charge, I think we do die from it. So I think we shield it. There it is. I expect a swap out into Meganium. Fuck! Why did I go into Venusaur? That was bad. This is probably going to be an Earthquake. So I should have went into Altaria there. That was my bad, guys. Venusaur is our only Azu counter. We're farming up there. Ooh, geez, getting some frame rate issues. Alright, take out the Meganium. Then we're going to go straight Frenzy Plant into the next. And then if it's an Azu in the back, I actually think we still have enough energy to go Frenzy Plant and beat it to Ice Beam. That's Altaria. Okay, that's fine. So we have our own Altaria. We don't want to get Dragon Pulsed. So let's make a sack swap to Scrafty. I assume this is the Dragon Pulse. It is. We die. And then we get the Dragon Pulse for the GG. There we go. Cool. Alright. So we got round 3. Let's play a third game. It's always fun to play against Ben. GG's Ben. It was a good match. That Mew, man. I had to sit there. If you see this video, Ben, you saw me sitting there. You messaged me and you were like, hey, I didn't get your invite. Is it frozen? Are we stuck? And I was like, no, I haven't sent it yet. I'm still looking at your Mew. So if you watch this back, that's what I was doing as I was trying to go through the move sets that you had relative to your team. So it's your fault you picked Mew. It makes people think about it. So nah, I'm just kidding. It's not your fault. It's my fault for being too analytical. So let's run a third. That Scrafty matchup was actually a lot closer than I thought with that Dragon Claw bait. Dragon Claw Wild Charge, very interesting. It's super competitive moveset. I think if there was going to be a third pick now, it would be something that beats Bastiodon and beats Azumarill. Or no, sorry, it beats Bastiodon and beats Scrafty. And I think that is only one pick on his team. Probably Azumarill. So maybe I just want to run Galvantula. I think Galvantula would actually be pretty fun as a third. Let me run it. I'm gonna run it. Galvantula, and then we'll do this Altaria seems like he's bringing it a lot. I was right though, he didn't bring the Azumarill, right? Like, I called it. He didn't bring the Azumarill because it got shit on in game 1. And a lot of people end up swapping out the Pokemon that was sort of least effective. And Azumarill was by far the least effective against that team comp. And then we'll bring Venusaur and we'll bring Bastiodon. I think this is an okay team. Pretty flexible. Has options. Let's see how we do. There's the Mew. So if this is Wild Charge, I don't think it does a lot of damage. I think I'm just going to let the Dragon Claw come through and see how much damage it does. Whew, that's pretty spicy. That is substantial amount of damage. Whoa. We're missing bubbles. Here's the first shield. Man, these Shadow Claws are hurting. I don't actually know if we're going to get to a third move here. Okay, so it's actually possible that we could be bug buzzing here. So I kind of expect a second shield. Nice, it is. Couldn't quite get it. We have a pretty bulky oh boy as well. So Venusaur basically resists everything, so I'm kind of okay with this. Just gonna be like Dragon Claw spams for a little bit. It's non-stab. Dragon Claw is not a great move, like, to begin with. And since it's not Dragon type, we don't take 20% extra damage. I don't know if Wild Charge is... I get where you're going with that, but I don't know if Wild Charge actually does enough. I'm just gonna farm down with Vine Whip. Mew is squishy enough that I can do so. The Shadow Claw hurts, but... Okay, cool. Now what do we have? Okay, double Sludge Bomb against Altaria. Sounds good. I believe this KOs. If you don't have shields for this. Oh no, it KOs with the Vine Whips and stuff. Whoa, we actually couldn't quite get there. So our Bastiodon's just gonna chunka 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 chunka. And then throw whatever energy it can at the next Pokemon. Nothing on his team really resists Bastiodon's energy. No shields. If it's like a Meganium or something, we can just double flamethrower it. It's a Meganium or something. Let's double flamethrower it. Let's do flamethrower in like a weird, wacky way. Figure eights and stuff. I was gonna do no shield, just because I could survive it and it's funny. But yeah, let's get the flamethrower out. Cool. Well, good games. That was really fun. That's a really scary team. So Mew in the lead basically is so Meganium is a hard counter to water types, and Altaria is a hard counter to a lot of things. So you basically win the lead as Mew. You throw some energy out to soften them up, right? Because Mew basically can always do, like, Mew chunked our Venusaur. Granted, we elected to farm it down rather than firing, but like it chunked us. And so that is, it's a really interesting lead. And then from there you take the two in the back and you sort of appropriate them to the correct Pokemon, because you get to see switch advantage first. You get to decide, is this an Altaria fight or a Meganium fight? And then your Altaria and your Mew should hopefully be able to soften up sort of one of the Pokemon, and the Meganium can soften up the other. So pretty interesting strat all the way around. I really like it. Let's go ahead and report on our... Whoops. Let's report somewhere. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.